Hello all. It's Wednesday after the marathon, and back now in Norway, Bergen. Flew home yesterday, and taking time to reflect, and the internet was terrible where we were staying. I wouldn't have been able to do a video even if I tried, or like to upload it and all the sorts. So I have all the footage and bits, and then I'm just going to generally piece it together. So this video will be about the expo a little bit, and obviously race day itself and all of that lot. So that's the plan on this one. Like I say, it's Wednesday and that, so I've done no running. Didn't plan to do any running. My quads are a little bit sore, and all that lot, but I think after Sunday we needed to take this reflection, because from what I hear and what I've seen, no one has hit their targets, or their pre-race targets, such as their A goals. It was brutal out there, and all that lot. But I want to go on all of that later on. Let's try and have a little bit of flow in this. I mean, the introduction, and then we'll go on to the expo, and then we'll do all of that. So yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing experience, as always, amazing experience. And we just have to kind of learn from some bits. I mean, there's plenty to learn. I got that. Don't you know what I mean? It wasn't a perfect execution, shall we say, either. So I know there's things I can learn from. So, but we'll go on to that. So I actually went to the expo twice, and I went on the Thursday to pick up my race number, and it's obviously normally a little bit less crowded, and they have a lot more stock and that, all like merchandises and things like that. So basically I went on Thursday with my dad, and that, well, my mum took my two kids off shopping and that for the day. So yeah, nice and easy, go straight in. I mean, there was like one person getting their bib fixed before I went through and got my bib, and my race number. Easy protocol. Show them your ID, job's done, and the QR code on the app with your details. Did all of that. I mean, then we went straight into like the New Balance part. They got a big merchandise section there. I went straight looking for half tights and that. Couldn't really see anything, so then I spoke to a member of staff, and New Balance don't have them. They're not doing them there. I mean, they got the shorts and those inner line shorts or whatever, but not like the half tights with all the, you know, great pockets to put all your gels and that in. So yeah, didn't do that, but I knew that there was another Ron Hill stall round, so I was hoping that they might have something and that. So we made our way through, you know, obviously looking at some of the merchandise and that in New Balance and that. They obviously had the SE Elite version 4s, which I had the previous year's version, and then they had the 1080 version 14s, which they, in my head, they moved away too much from the older versions, so I don't want them. You know what I mean? I am quite stuck now for middle everyday running shoes as such. But that's another story. So going around, like I said, we went pretty much straight to this Ron Hill section. I knew where I wanted it, to see what they had, and I kind of just said to the guy, half tights, and yeah, he led me to them, and ended up buying 2 pairs, and that. Later on I find out they're slightly shorter than my originals and that, but that's no problem. Maybe I'll get a bit more of tanned legs or something, but plenty of pockets, exactly what I want, exactly what I needed. So really happy with that. So kind of walking around a bit. Always great to go and find your name on the wall. I did actually meet a guy called Jason, who was running for Seeability as well. So that was always nice, getting to see other runners and that. So I had a good chat with him and all that lot. So really kind of, yeah, I love talking about running. Yeah, it's just what we know. So to meet other people constantly about running is fantastic. So I'm out with him. Like I said, found our names on the wall and that. Actually, my dad found it first because I got talking to a salt sticks guy on the stall that they were selling it, and just chatting away to him a bit. And then he wanted me to do a promotional video because why do I use salt sticks in a race? And the reason is I can't get the electrolytes. I can't get Lucasade in Norway, so I couldn't train with that sports drink. So if I'm not getting that electrolytes, I got the thing of cramping and all of that lot. So and not kind of and keeping not right with electrolytes. So I use the salt sticks, so I don't have to worry. So I explained that, and he was like, "Perfect. Can you do a short promotional video, and we'll give you some salt sticks?" So I got 2 packs of salt sticks. Perfect. Took them with the marathon with me as well. So yeah. While I was doing that, my dad looked for my name, found my name. And then, yeah, went round there. So, got all of that, which is always great to see. I mean, it's such a huge wall. I mean, it was like 58,000 people on it or something. So, always nice and that. So, we did that. And then, just looking around the stalls again. And then we found Ben Parks. And I got starstruck. Crazy. And the guy is a legend in my eyes, you know what I mean? Does such great YouTube content, so, you know what I mean, check him out. It's not just about running shoes, it's about everything, even the races that they do. And it was him, you know, I mean, his girlfriend's there as well, Sarah. So it was great chatting to her and that. So just to give a little bit back, I kind of brought a cap, because my cap was obviously very old and that, so I just wanted to change a bit and give something back to them. So I brought a cap and that. So we just kind of wandered around a little bit more. Obviously picked up loads of leaflets and different information about different runs, as you do. I mean, you can spend as much time as there as you want, and as much or as little time as you want, really. And that, but I mean, that was the main points from that. So that was the first trip to the expo. After that, me and my dad pretty much went back and just tried to chill out for the rest of the day and that. So yeah, that was one day at the expo. Saturday, met up with my brother early on in the day and that, and then it was day 2 at the expo. Admittedly, I mean, I don't really want to go up there on a second day, especially the day before the marathon. Would have liked to have kind of really rested a lot, but there was a two-type project really, and obviously living in Norway, I don't get to see my brother so much, and he was kind of busy with work and away with work when I arrived. So the first time I actually saw him was basically the Saturday morning. So we kind of went up there last year on the Saturday as well, and it's kind of almost like a, me and him kind of day, and that, I mean, as I kind of build up for the marathon and that, and we just talk about expectations and that, and he does a lot of logistic planning on how to see me during the marathon with my kids and family and that. I mean, he's done that a few times with past friends as well. He did a great job, fantastic job last year, and this year was obviously a little bit complicated as well. We'll move on to that on the race day feature, and that. But it was, all about me and my brother having a quality day and carb loading. Still, I carb load during the week, so it's not so much of a thing, but just keep eating carbs that whole day really, and trying to keep refreshed and that and hydrated. So we made our way up there to the expo. Just showed him about a little bit. I mean, obviously going up on the Thursday, I obviously knew where some of the stands were and things that I needed. And that, I mean, to be kind of looked about. I was umming and ahhing about buying a jacket, and that London Marathon jacket. And we kind of laughed a bit because, I I actually snuck into a small one. And my brother just laughed. He was like, what's going on with you? You know what I mean? It's like, I've never been big, but to start fitting into small clothes, it's just quite funny. And I did prefer the medium fit personally, but and I didn't buy it in the end. I went looking around. One of the aims was possibly new shoes, and so we walked around a bit. Never been a Hoka fan as such, but obviously I hear some good stuff, and then they're coming back into their running form as such. I know that they've always been really comfortable shoes, and so I spent a bit of time at the Hoka place, and even tried out some Hoka Clifton 10s, and also the Bondi 9. Put down on a treadmill as well, so went on the treadmill on both of them, but really enjoyed the Bondi 9s. And was kind of basically thinking about buying them, but I held back a bit, and just to see what else was about and all that lot. So went around. Obviously scouting out the place on Thursday. I knew kind of where the beetroot shop place was. Me and my brother always laugh about that. So then where we went along, took some beetroot shots. And then also the electrolyte bits we could try on another stand. We did all of that lot. We just kind of having fun and that, and then finding my name again. And the funny thing is right next to my name was basically his wife's name. Not that she entered that. So that was like a joke as well, and it's kind of like obviously he put on his social medias to tagging his wife saying is there something you're not telling me, blah blah blah, and all that lot. So it's just fun times, and that went along against show my brother Ben Parks. My brother doesn't know who he is or whatever, so I just kind of said this guy's a legend. And I didn't kind of chat to him to that time. He's obviously busy, and I've done my bit, and I want to allow others to have their time and all that lot. And plus Saturday, probably the stress of the marathon is getting up and all that lot. But his girlfriend Sarah was there again, so quick chat. She's back again, and that. So I said and I said this time I want to buy a vest. So I kind of got not quite matching thing for my cap, but it's still bluish and that, which I'll show. And that, so bought that now. I really enjoy running in a vest, and as much as I really want to promote seeability and all that lot, I just feel that I need another running vest really now, as well. So I brought that for later occasions. Obviously, London Marathon is always going to be seeability vest and all that lot. So brought that, and then we were just walking around a little bit, and then I kind of noticed some shoes, and then a guy kind of pulled us up, and he was like, so these shoes are designed to prevent injury, and biomechanics and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's quite interesting. And that because we were really going back to Hoka to buy the Hoka shoes, and that but I know I can get Hoka anywhere. So that's stopped me a little bit from buying them, and that. So in the end, I tried on a brand called True Motion, and that German, and it is the True Motion UTEC Aion. Don't really know how to pronounce it, but it was really, really comfortable. Cushioning fantastic. It's something, it's not a race day shoe, but it's something that I want to do, long runs in it. And they had 3 different sets of shoes there, like a race day shoe, a speedwork shoe, and a kind of middle shoe. So something that I can obviously do long distances. I can do short distances in it as well, but I'm not picking up the pace as such. But I mean, obviously, I didn't really get a chance to run in them. But I just really liked the way it was all about, and I mean, the price was good. There was a bit of a discount on them, so I mean, the actual stall itself was really there to sell socks and that. But they had all of these shoes and just had them as a bit of a bonus thing. But the guy seemed very educated in it all, and all that lot. So I bought some. And they had a few ranges or different colours. They didn't have the colour I really wanted, but you mean it's not so bad. I mean, because I did kind of basically buy a white one, so we'll see how that comes out when it starts raining and all that lot. But here is the shoe, and this really good cushioning on there, and it is soft. I can't squeeze it at the moment because I'm holding the camera as well, but that's the sole there. So it's not, this is all kind of rubber in here and that, but it's not a race day plate or anything like that. So it's just a really nice shoe, and it's gonna look forward to doing some runs in that. So that is a purchase I picked up, and so I got one pair of shoes. I was kind of basically thinking that I would end up coming away from London with 2 shoes, and that because I do so much running, I need to rotate my everyday shoes to allow them time to kind of recover themselves as well. Let the foams recover and things like that. So I was on the lookout for that. So after that, we basically was finished at the expo, and so went out, brought my brother bought a curry thing, and I brought a sweet and sour chicken with rice. We sat outside, and boy, that was hot. Not the curry, no, not the food. I mean, sitting outside, it was baking, and I was like, I really hope this isn't what it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah. But then, so we had our lunch kind of thing, carved up there, and made our way into London town, or London city centre, basically, Oxford Street and all that lot. I had arranged to meet a friend that had come over from Norway, Bergen, to kind of see and soak up some of the marathon. And so, she was with her sister as well, so they were looking for the musical night, the West End shows and all that lot. So, and so we went into, me and my brother on our way, went into Lily White's up, why did they put the running section 6 floors up? And day before the marathon, 6 floors up, no lifts, thank you. Went in there, had a look, they had some, good shoes there, but not quite what I wanted, and that. But I did like the Puma Nitro Velocity 3. And later on, I tried them on, but they're so narrow. Beautiful shoe, would do exactly what I wanted, but it's too thin. It's too narrow. I can't. It's not comfortable. So unfortunately, I didn't buy them. So that's not it's fine. I got shoes, so it's all right. So something to look into, maybe see how I can try and get around that, because I really like the way that shoe is supposed to work. And so after Lily White's and meeting up with my friend and that, more to let my brother kind of get a bit, and them to know each other as such, because there was going to be some stuff the next day that they could see, know each other if they were going to meet up for seeing where I was on the course and things like that. So as my brother follows me around and that. So after that, back into Leicester Square and that, to the Pizza Hut there, a couple of slices of pizza on the stand and that, before basically making our way back home, where I kind of brought a few bits, kind of more last little bits for the marathon, a bit of Vaseline just for my feet and that. So it was a great day with my brother. obviously, I mean, a long day as usual. I mean, but it's kept me calm. Kept me calm and wasn't nervous for the marathon. So that's always a bonus. And that, so then we just basically, I basically just had some double portion of pasta with some pesto in the evening again. So every meal that day was just carbs. Obviously keeping the hydration up and all that lot. And I knew the time I had to get up in the morning was not going to be fantastic for the sleep. But you kind of try to get that adjusted by sleeping more throughout the week build up. So, we'll try our best on that one. So yeah, that was Expo Part 2. Now we hit the race day. Good morning, it's just gone 5:05. I got my brother picking me up at 6:10. We're gonna take, he's gonna drive me down to New Malden train station. We're staying in Epsom at the moment. My brother lives just around the corner. It's just easier, you know what I mean? I know that route. I did it last year. I can settle my nerves a little bit when I'm with my brother. So basically now I'm just gonna have double porridge and that, cup of tea as well, and then I'll kind of get all the rest of my stuff. I've got my flat laid down. I'll just stop it a minute and show you the flat. So I've got the flat laid down there. Got basically the kit bag packed there and that. So yeah, we're all set and ready. I've got my shorts on already. Yeah, that's my bedding, because that's where I was sleeping, on the fold out sofa bed. So yeah, basically time for a cup of tea and my breakfast, get my bits and bobs done, and then start making my way to Blackheath and all that lot. Because of the start, obviously I'm eating my breakfast now, so 5:30. It's a 10 o'clock start, so I'll take some hot cross buns with me. Not all of them, I'm not going to eat all 6. But I'll do that and take a banana and that and start eating that about 8 o'clock. So always about 2 hours before the run. Basically, yeah, as usual. But I obviously need the breakfast fuel now, and I can't really do that on the train. So that is the plan. Let me get this down me and I'll catch you guys a bit later. So there's my brother. We are now on the way to New Malden train station, where I know that route now. So we did it, like I said earlier, like last year, so a bit more easier and settle the nerves a bit more, knowing exactly where I'm going. So the train is at 6:58, the time is 6:22. Obviously we want to get early. Then basically my brother will leave me there. I will be making my way up to Blackheath, where my brother then goes back, picks up his family, and then they meet the rest of my family again, my little kids and my mum and our mum and dad, and they're going to make their way off to a train station and get themselves up to London for their first port of call, which will be at Maze Hill. They're hoping to be at 3 different places along the route. This year, as I'm kind of running a bit quicker, hopefully it makes it a bit more tighter for them to get their points or get their places, and obviously it gets really busy anyway around Canary Wharf area, so we'll see what we do. They also know that I'm not kind of there to stop, chat and nick their water like I did last year. So it's just wave by, but I've asked them to obviously take pictures and videos as much as they can, because my phone won't be really coming out of my pocket. It's more there for tracking. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, and I'll follow my race day along with me up until the actual race starts, and documenting all that all up to Blackheath. Catch you guys later. That's it, now I'm at Waterloo train station. I was going to do a video on the train, but to be honest, there's quite a lot of us on there. So just took that as a nice little calming time, and that just went to one of the quieter toilets now. Basically using the last best amenities that I can when you're in public. Next stop will be Portaloos. So a lot of hustle and bustle now up at Waterloo train station. I'm now going to make my way over to Waterloo East train station, and then that will take me to Blackheath, ready for the start of London Marathon 2025. I'll let you see what it's like at Blackheath. I'll catch you guys later. Another reason why I get on at Waterloo East. We're already in here. And this lot is going to try and get in. Video at Blackheath now. You'll come off the train, just like last year. We'll come through this way and then we'll just head up through to the park. And let's get this going. Yes. Such an amazing sight, really. It always is. I mean, I say always, it's not my second time doing it, but just the people, it's just the buzz of excitement. You mean, even here, like the atmosphere is kind of growing and the excitement is growing. Such an amazing day ahead. Really look forward to this. You know what I mean? And then as we get through these gates up here into the start area, as that, you know, and the excitement keeps building. It's like every kind of step along now, the excitement kind of builds up as we go along until we hit that start line, and then it's just crazy amazing. Gonna keep my language down on these videos this year. I mean, my last marathon experience was a little bit sweary. Emotions got the better of me, but yeah, always an amazing feeling this. You can see the elites kind of warming up here. Obviously the wheelchairs are out. I've seen some of the girls. I've seen Philly Bowden and Elish McColgan and Hassan all kind of doing their pre-warm-ups. I think the men's will probably come out a little bit later because they start a little bit later, but this is where basically they're all warming up. The wheelchairs will be going off soon. You mean, so it's happening. So yeah, really gearing up. Now I'm going to get into my race kit for I'm done. Then I'll get my kit bag in, and then yeah, do a little warm up this time. Things are different this year. I'm actually going for it, so the warm up isn't the first couple of miles. We go straight from the beginning. So, I will yeah, keep you updated. Yeah. Marathon has just started, just over there from where I am. This is how it's looking now. We got wave 1 has gone. I'll be in the next set of going into that lot. But you got 2, 3, 4 ready to go. So yeah, about half an hour I'm on the course. That's it. I'm through the wave bit and now walking up to the start line, where shortly we'll be yeah, on the course for London. Please donate to the charity, as you can see in the links in my bios. I'll see you somewhere on the course. Well people, there's my London Marathon 2025 medal. That was brutal. Oh, the heat. Oh, going well. You know, I don't even know my official time yet. Over 4 hours though. It's not quite what I intended, but the conditions. I was just trying to get next to the next water station, to be honest. Water over my head, water in my cap, a little bit of water in my mouth, fueling.
I mean, absolute brutal. And, but yeah, I'm over the moon. I mean, I smashed my PB. Not quite what I was hoping for, but still, PB's PB. And it was, yeah, I'm still not sub 4, but it was carnage out there. I hope everyone's okay. I saw a lot of people in trouble out there. High five Gordon Ramsay at the halfway mark, and ran past John Terry on the 24-kilometre mark. He looked pretty bad. He said it was tough. So all in all, just get round. You know what I mean? It's going to be a sad day. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that didn't make it over the line, and I hope they're okay. You know, maybe I pushed a little bit too hard in the beginning. I'm bloody sore, I can tell you that. I hurt. I tried to do my calves, stretch them out, but I'm going to meet my parents and family now. I saw them at the Maze Hill, and I saw my sister on the embankment somewhere. Absolute tough. But yeah, let me go and rally with the troops, gather myself. Ouch. It's been emotional, always is. I don't know how many times I nearly started crying. Well guys, I'll catch you guys later. So yeah, that was my London Marathon 2025 experience. I mean, not the fairy tale ending as kind of what I'd hoped for. But I mean, and it has taken me a long time to reflect and process it. You mean, been beating myself up quite a lot throughout the week, just feeling like I let a lot of people down. You mean, I've been pushing for this goal of 3:30 and telling everyone, and even getting the confidence in being able to achieve that. I know that the end of my training didn't go quite to plan, you mean, with the sickness and the back injury, but I felt good. You mean, on race day, you mean, it was hot, brutally hot, and no one can anticipate that. And even, you mean, I hear kind of trainers telling their runners, this is not the day. Step back. You mean, just get round. And so many people on the course, and then everybody's saying that as well, and even the slower runners that started off long after me and took their time getting round, just saw so many people collapsing. And so it wasn't just people pushing it so hard from the beginning, it's just all across the levels. I mean, it was a brutally tough day. London, especially with the crowds as well, pacing gets quite difficult. You do have to do a lot of weaving and even just slowing down just to try and not trip someone in front. So London's not your PB course as such. Or smashing your dreams and goals of these times. Yes, I got a PB. And it's a good PB. I've smashed 30 minutes off, really. So although it's not under the 4-hour mark and things like that, I wanted the 3:30, and then I could have settled with a 3:45, and maybe just under 4 hours could have been a bit more uplifting for me. But 4 hours 13. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, and like I say, but it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes pretty much, 29 minutes if you take it right on the point or whatever, but that's a huge PB in a marathon. You mean, I put a lot of work in it, don't get me wrong, and I did attack it as best as I could, but I knew early doors that the pace wasn't going to be, the pace and the heart rate weren't right. You mean, my heart rate was too high and my pace was too slow. And it just wasn't going to fix or meet in the middle. So, you mean, I kind of knew early doors it was not going to be what I kind of wanted, and that, you mean, I had, you mean, I'm not great with technology, yeah? So even my watch, I just had it on a normal run system, because I had programmed in like the Garmin pacing, Pro Track or whatever it's called, and Garmin pacing thing on it, set it all up to just do a normal baseline, and that, and the plan was to hopefully try and be there, and how to negative split was to be okay. If I'm feeling okay at halfway, keep going. Feel good at 30k, maybe try and push a little bit quicker, and then that was how I was going to try and do this negative split. It's not kind of starting off slower and then speeding up at the end. It wasn't going to be like that as such. It was going to try and just maintain the level and then pick it up at the end, but it just wasn't to be. So I kind of almost ran blind on that, on the watch. I was going with what my Garmin was telling me for the average pace or whatever. So even that's not going to help me, is it? So I just need to sort all that out for the next one or whatever, and all that lot. So I just have to give a big, huge thank you to Seeability. The charity that gave me my my charity, my London Marathon race bib, and all the support they gave me and all the other runners for Seeability throughout. Huge thank you to them, and we continue to keep pushing to raise more money for them, and that. So yeah, huge thank you to them. Another huge thank you to my family and that supported me again throughout this journey and up in London on the day. Unfortunately, it didn't go quite to plan on the spectating side, and you got to imagine just one single guy like me running through the streets of London, easily missed. So that was unfortunate. Not everybody was always in the right places where they were in the right places, but they weren't able to see me, unfortunately. And all that lot, but a huge thank you for them coming up, supporting me, and to be honest, all the other runners. My kids had sweets, like buckets of sweets, and they were handing out to the runners, and from the stories that they tell me, that the runners were truly grateful, which I knew they would be, and that I ducked my hand in a few buckets of sweeties along the way. So huge thank you to my family for all of that, and always great to see them, and especially as I don't actually live in the same country as them. A good sort of big thank you to all the friends that have donated and supported throughout this journey as well. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to make the money for Seeability and all that lot. Like I said, I got my own costs to do, so my own expenses, as I pay for my own flights and obviously accommodation while I'm in England. None of that comes out of any of the sponsorship money and donations. That's all my own accord. So thank you so much for everyone that's donated, and that just amazing. And that a huge thank you to all of the Seeability runners as well. We kind of built up a little community amongst us, and that always chatting now on the WhatsApp group. Really good bunch, and hopefully kind of keep in contact. We're already talking about other marathons and that, so we'll see how all of that lot goes. But and thank you to all of you lot for watching my documentary as I run through this Garmin to smashing a PB at London 25 ? There will be an analysis video on the Garmin and all that lot, but still we just need a bit of time and reflection on how all of this has been. I did a quick, well, I say quick, I went out for a run today. I was supposed to do 5k, or I wanted to do 5 kilometers, just to see how my body was feeling. It was very slow. My body kind of feels it's given up or forgotten how to run, especially my inner systems. I've done all my normal stuff before the run, toilet breaks and that. Then 3 kilometers in the run, I had to kind of start thinking about aborting the run to get back to go to the toilet. So, not quite the welcome back run I had planned. A little bit of soreness in the groin area. Still a little bit sluggish. But that's going to go. Next week I'll just get some more slower base runs in. We're not looking at speed next week and that, but I'm sure, for all of you that want to know, I'll document all of that on my Instagram, Neil_a_dad_that_runs. And I'm sure there'll be some more videos out soon. Obviously, there will be one on the Garmin throughout this whole training block and the series. But London Marathon 2025, thank you very much. I'll do it again next year if I can. I'll see you guys later.